Greetings and salutations, Mollymauk Shepard, with another unboxing video that if you saw my previous one you knew was coming. It's Vex'aliah from Sideshow Collectibles, so let's just get into it because Vax has been lonely on the shelf. And we don't want Vax to be lonely. I mean, no spoilers. I guess technically he does have company for the rest of his existence. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I commented on this video that the base was in the main styrofoam compartment and both Mighty 9 figures was on the outside. I thought that was going to be a change going forward, but in fact, nope. So we have what is undoubtedly the base, which, if you haven't watched the Vax video, or maybe you're just not a fan of Vax, but it would be weird if you're not a fan of Vax, but you are a fan of Vax, although some people. That the base is like a gray stone, unlike the sand stone of Mighty 9, and I feel it really does represent kind of that Amon vibe. Wow. Woo. Okay. That is massive. So all the bases are pretty much, I mean, they're very cool, but in the realm of Sideshow statues, they're not very unique, but yep, that's interesting that let me carefully bring Vax over just to see the size difference between Vax and Vex's base. Are they sure, or am I sure this is Vex's base and not the base for Grog? This thing massive. Alright, well, let's get into, that's where all of the weight is on this figure, apparently. Wow. I mean, Vex is very lithe. Let's get into the main show. I know she comes with her awesome dragon scale armor, the white dragon scale armor. She comes with Fentress. Who doesn't love Fentress? Which, speaking of which, ooh, here we go. Oh wow, it actually. Look at the vestige Fentress, the angry tree dude. We have a single arrow, some blue feather fletching. These don't come with instructions, so you just kind of got to figure it out. Usually it's not hard. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That is regal as hell. Everything from the boots to the I want to say holster, quiver. The quiver of arrows with the elvish design. Oh, that is incredible. Let's this over. Get her on the base. Like all the other figures before, square peg and then a metal peg. And actually, this one's not quite square, but essentially it's a metal peg and then a square-ish piece, single mounting point to get it in there. Darling, blue feathers and a stunning lipstick, very awesome. Okay, so. That the bow is this way. This is always a little difficult because they put the essentially mounting points for most of Sideshow statues are metal peg and then the square shape, but you gotta line up that metal peg perfectly, and then sometimes, oh, this one's gonna be tricky. Give a little bit of a wiggle. Little bit of wiggle. You don't want to break it. There we go. And then the back end. Okay, so the back end of the arrow is actually elongated in. Wait. Oh, I see. So they do kind of give you a tighter notch. So the bow actually. Oh, nope, did it the wrong way. So it goes a specific way. It's a little tricky to perfectly figure it out, but there we go. Arrow at the ready to come straight at you. I will say the figure itself, the statue itself, is actually feels a little bit lighter than even Beauregard. She's very live. She is half elvish after all. The base is very solid, and again, the whole thing just feels solid. I'm just kind of intrigued that the base is so large, and the only thing I could think is just because, you know, the stance being, you gotta have a wide planted stance to make sure the arrows are accurate. But let's take you in for a closer look. So that is the close-up look at the mistress of the Grey Hunt, Vex'aliah. If you're a critter and you have the means, much like the other statues, I highly recommend picking her up. They're just fantastic to just look at. I come into my office and look at my display, and even just little things like looking at Simon or Fenthras or Star Razor and remembering those moments of the campaign and just being like, yeah, Critical Role's awesome. But they are fantastically made and detailed. They have just a great weight and then just a proper premium feel. Obviously, yes, you have the pops, you have things like the McFarlane figures coming out, but these are obviously a cut above them. Definitely well worth it if you are both a critter and a collector. I can't recommend it enough. Now, I cannot wait to see Grog and Keyleth release. I can't wait to see the next pre-orders, whoever they make, because they started with Ford and Beauregard and then jumped to Vex and Vax. Now with Grog and Keyleth, it seems they've pivoted to Campaign 1, probably the timing of it, when these went up for pre-order, having to do with the Amazon animated series. But we'll see if they go back to Campaign 2 with figures number 7 and 8, or if they finish out Campaign 1 first, or if they jump to Campaign 3, because let's face it, an FCG statue would be the crown jewel of my collection. But I've been Mollymauk Shepard. This has been Lady Vex'aliah, now going to join her brother on the shelf. I'll catch you on the flip side.